Quetzalcoatl crop circle signifies that Planet X is here.
As I've been saying, the crop circles are coming loud and fast now, more frequent than ever, and the message ever more explicit.
The monster will be seen in full daylight. It's coming.
Why don't the circle makers spell it out in plain English?
Because it is only for those with the understanding to interpret them.
Also, not everybody speaks English.
Neither do we all speak crop circle.
Perhaps they will use English in the future. They have already moved away from relatively inscrutable geometric symbols to natural creatures and specific human symbols: dragonfly, hummingbird, the phoenix, the Aztec spirit bird, Quetzalcoatl, etc. These latter symbols, in particular, are spelling thing out quite explicitly.
You speak as if you know for certain what the crop circles mean, when, in reality, you're only making a guess. Were you given some special knowledge that allows you to decipher what the circles mean? Did some alien being come to you and tell you what it meant? If you answer no to any of that, then how do you know for certain what the circles mean?
Maybe aliens don't speak at all, and if they don't speak, then maybe they have no use for written language and that possibly they communicate telepathically. Telepathically they may use visual symbols to communicate complex ideas, and maybe they are trying to teach us how to communicate.
We all know the morning star represents Satan in mythology, and in the Bible as well. So, I guess the rumors of Obama being the Antichrist, sea beast, Manchurian candidate, or perhaps he is just the next new Slick Willy are all true. Woohoo.
Sure looks to me like we will all have a great big O carved into our foreheads or hands soon, and direct reservations for hell. Lordy. I'm so excited, I just wet my underpants, and I will keep my dirty pee pants on all day, heh.
Quetzalcoatl, like the second coming of Christ, is one of the many returning kings in many cultures, as is the Islamic Mahdi and the Hindu Kaki. Christ, Mahdi and Kaki all return riding a white horse.
I have taken photos of cloud ships that look much like silhouettes of ships resembling descriptions of Quetzalcoatl. I think the ancients were describing and naming what they saw in the sky.
Note how demonic entities and the elite don't fear the name Quetzalcoatl, Buddha, or any other of the false gods. They only fear the holy name of Jesus.
What bothers me is you don't care if you are spreading lies about one of the most sacred components of ancient Mesoamerican culture and heritage. You don't care about truth.
What are you going to say when your imaginary planet doesn't show up? Oh right, attention hoarding is easier than mastering 8th grade science and math. After all, thinking is hard, and believing is oh so easy.
In the New World, we find the vision serpent, known as Quetzalcoatl. This serpent shed its skin, like the Egyptian phoenix was reborn from his ashes. Quetzalcoatl was a feathered serpent, thus closely related to the phoenix bird, both linked with the star Venus.
Thanks for your very interesting input.
I have also heard of the theory that Stonehenge has something to do with the Seal of Solomon from the book The Wover Atlantis.
There are so many fabricated legends about the supposed beliefs of indigenous peoples and ancient civilizations, and people just believe it. There are really no end times prophecies in the Mayan records, but people continue to flog 2012 like a dead horse, when that date is not even the correct end date. Just shows that some people are not looking for truth. They are grasping at straws, clinging to theories and doom scenarios, and attributing it to peoples that never said what they are attributed with saying.
You have still not proved how the crop circle itself says anything about Planet X or anything else for that matter. You have done nothing but assume meaning, based on what you want it to be about, which is Planet X. You people just make claim after claim after claim, and you try and back it up with feeble evidence which just turns out to be BS.